Hey, bourbon lovers. I am Keith. This is the Bourbon Show, and welcome to another edition. And I am feeling great. This is the 13th of March, and it is nice and sunny and warm outside. It just makes you feel so good. That spring is just coming, just invigorate you, doesn't it? Man, which means soon I will be back on the grill, smoking my briskets and my pork butts and ribs and all kinds of stuff, man. I may share some of that with you guys. I don't know, but this is what I love to do. Um, so as you see, we got Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Now, this comes to mind a lot for people when they think about Double Oak Woodford because it's such a popular brand, and it does well in reviews, and it's just something that people are just drawn to. Now, um, this is a request, by the way. One of it was left in my comments to review this, and so I want to thank Ross S for bringing this to my attention to review it. And I am looking for a particular note, Ross, that you said that you get, which is what did you say it was? S'mores. Yes. Okay, so that's the note I'm looking for. And if I don't get it, that doesn't mean, it's not there. Everybody's palate is different. But again, thank you, my brother, for the request. So, Woodford, man, Woodford goes back a while as far as being into the in the world of bourbon, all the way back to 1912. It's when we can track this back to. Although on that site it wasn't a continuous operation as a distillery, but since that main structure was built in 1838, then it started kicking out that bourbon on a regular basis. And it's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, maybe one of the oldest distilleries that is in Kentucky. Now, Brown Forman purchased the property back in 1993 and brought it back into operation because it did have a downside. And Woodford Reserve brand was introduced to the market in 1996, and it was renamed the Woodford Reserve Distillery in 2004. Now, I believe that this particular brand, the Double Oak, I think it was introduced to the market in 2015, I think. If I got the old nugget working right, but I think it was in 2015 when they brought out and introduced the Double Oak. Now, Brown Forman is a pretty big outfit. Some of the other brands that they own is one of my favorites, Jack Daniels, and also what is it? Old Forester. Yeah, so that's why sometimes you get that old banana nut taste in the Old Forester, maybe. I don't know. But here's the thing with Woodford Reserve for me. I know it's a good brand, but there's something about it that always put me off. I hate to say it, but full disclosure. But I can still review this and go through the notes, and I'm gonna tell you when I get there if I get that thing that I always get that throws me off on this particular brand. So let's get into it. All right, so Woodford is doesn't say the age, but it is speculated to be 6 to 7 years in age. And let's see here, it is 90.4 proof. So I believe that whatever the age is, whether it's 6 or 7 years, that last year, that's when they put it in the second barrel for that double oak aging factor. Okay, so this is, and let's see, MSRP, rather MSRP. I think, man, I forgot what it is. I put it up here somewhere. Is it like 50? I can't remember, but I'll put it up there. Um, it's 70% corn though, and it is 18% rye and 10% multi burley. And as soon as you smell this, the first thing that hit your nose is dark and rich, just heavy, dark, rich, like molasses, just rich. It smells like a chocolate syrupy dessert, and you get a nice amount of fruit in this. I tell you, it smells so good. I hate that I get this taste that just throws me off because it smells so good. You get some nice honey, and if I didn't mention chocolate, you definitely get chocolate. A nice toasted oats. You can really get that oat barrel coming in there, but that toasted oatmeal type smell, it's a really, 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 really good nose. So rich. Okay, so let's go to the palate and just thinking about the legs, man. I don't know if you can really see this. You probably cannot, but those legs are just clinging to the glass. All right, down the hatch. Okay, so first thing that hit me is a real dark vanilla abstract. It's real rich. Maybe like dark caramels. Um, you get this like a nutty taste to it. Let me go in for another. Yeah, you get this nutty taste, kind of like uh, a hazelnut, maybe something like that. And I also get like this. It's going to sound weird, but an overripe apple. I don't know. I just get that out of there. Now, a nice amount of spices. Okay, and I think that's that. What I'd say, 18% rye. So that's you really get those spices coming in, but it's a good balance between the two, and it's kind of smoky. Now, what I do get is it's a little different from s'mores, Ross, but it's close. I get this graham cracker, which is part of that. Um, but instead of like a marshmallow, I get this kind of coconut taste to it. So, like, and that chocolate is still there. So I get the chocolate, some kind of coconut, and um, I like this graham cracker. So I think I just replaced your marshmallow with my coconut. That's all. But I think it's there. I think you did on it. And maybe that's because out of my whole life, maybe I've had s'mores maybe twice in my whole life. So I won't be that big on that note anyway. So here's my downside to this drink. I'm loving it, but on the third sip, and it's just the way it goes with Woodford for me. It dries me out. It gets to the point where my tongue feels like a desert, just real dry. And hit me in the comments if you get that note from here, because it normally happens on that like this third sip. It's just got this dry taste to it, and that bothers me because it kind of takes away from all the other flavors that I've been enjoying for so long. I am not for so long, but as I've been sipping it. So I do get a finish of some honey. It's kind of smoky. You get that dark caramel, but then that desert, that dryness, that it's like a dry film on my tongue. It makes sense, and that's the only downside to this. And I'll be honest with you, one of the reasons why I buy this is because my wife loves Woodford Reserve, so I keep it in the house for her. This is my first time buying the double oak, but the regular Woodford drives me out. So I just figured this was going to do the same thing, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to give this a thumbs down. I give this a thumbs up. It's only the way it's affected me on the finish. Other than that, man, this smells good. It tastes good. It tastes great until the Sahara Desert hit my palate. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So that's my take on it. Ross, thank you again for suggesting this for a review. So if anyone out there have a suggestion, please leave it in the comments. I'll try my best to get to it, give you a shout out, and I really, really appreciate it. So if you're the first time joining me on the Bourbon Shop, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. And please like and subscribe. If you had joined me before and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and subscribe. It's on me. It won't cost you a thing. It won't cost you a thing. And for those who have already have, I appreciate it. But whether you're watching or subscribing, I appreciate you tuning in to me. And I appreciate all the support that you give me. So that's it. Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Thumbs up. Just maybe that with the desert for my palate. Anyway, so hey, thanks a lot. I will see you next time on the Bourbon Shop.